You're listening to Addressing Gettysburg.
This is the Wayside marker at the Point of Woods out in front of the Virginia Memorial. It's entitled Lee's Shattered Army. We start with a quote from Lieutenant John T. James, 11th Virginia Infantry of Pickett's Division. "We gained nothing but glory and lost our bravest men." As the Confederates streamed back across the fields from their failed assault, General Robert E. Lee rode out to meet them. "It has been all my fault," he was heard to say. The attack cost his army nearly 6,000 casualties. With the failure of Pickett's charge, Lee sensed his opportunity was gone. His men were exhausted, and the number of dead, wounded, and missing was enormous. They could no longer take the offensive. The following day, July 4th, Lee's men held their position on Seminary Ridge, but the Federals did not attack. That evening, Lee gave the order to retreat. The retreat began in a heavy rain that soaked the downcast Southern troops. The high spirits that had carried them into Pennsylvania were dashed on the bloody, sodden fields of Gettysburg. And there's a photograph of a Confederate veteran, Lieutenant Thomas C. Holland. It says he commanded Company G, 28th Virginia Infantry. Shouting, "Come on, boys," Holland broke through the Union line on Cemetery Ridge. He fell moments later when a bullet pierced his cheek and exited the back of his head. He was carried to a Union field hospital and later recovered. Of the 88 men in his company who took part in Pickett's charge, 81 were listed as killed, wounded, or missing that night. 50 years after the battle, Holland returned to the spot where he fell and shook the hand of the Union soldier who had shot him.